What is up, guys? Water0 here with my F1XL Season 9 Race 3 highlights. We are in Catalonia, Spain, and after the results of Singapore I was really hoping for a better performance to show that I'm not as bad as that, and as you can see here I am pushing very hard, currently P8 for qualifying, but I steal the show with a fantastic time, just to steal pole from Nick. And I think it ended up being 0.74 or 0.04, something like that. It's ridiculous timing. Well done to Nick, and I was really happy with that. Spain is one of my favourite tracks, not my favourite, that's next time out of Brazil, but as you can see here, 5 lights and away we go. There we go, and Nick has stalled or something on the line. I don't really know what's going on, but it's left me to with no real attack. Jed does make a move up the outside, but I've got the inside line. I'm just all perfect really, and the first stint is absolutely brilliant. I pull away a little bit. I'm really quick on these soft tyres as well, which is really unusual for me. I'm usually quicker on the slower, or funnily enough it is the medium tyre for the race, but the medium compound tyre on the 3 you get to choose. I'm usually the quicker there, that's where my pace lies, but the soft tyres here, brilliant. I pull a little gap away, and then on lap 5 I believe, lap 4, 5, I pit, and it's a little bit earlier. I tried just because I wanted to go onto these mediums. I like the mediums. I thought I was possibly one of the quickest in the league on the medium, so I just thought, yeah, let's go for it. And as you can see here, I'm really up the back of mechanics, and I've got Jed Francis, who is now finally pitted behind me, and I just can't find a way past mechanics, and it's really frustrating me. Need to get past, because obviously Jed is now showing he's incredibly quick, and I get a track limit warning there, as just my frustrations not being able to get past this goddamn Mercedes. I keep pushing, get the DRS. I think I've got it here. I've got it, but the slipstream just doesn't seem like it happened in China. I just didn't. The slipstream didn't work for me, and I couldn't get past Moo, so I had to break off a little bit there because I didn't want to cause a massive crash. But going on, I've got now Jed going into the start finish straight. I've got Jed right behind me. I've got Moo holding me up in front. I'm trying to get there, and I've got better traction through that than Moo, and it's been nullified because he's slower. Jed's coming up the outside of me there, so I have to take a really risky move on the left hand side. Jed's got the move done on both of us, but I make the move stick on Moo. I'm gonna try and get back at Jed, but he's just too quick on those medium tyres. It was a fantastic drive for him on those mediums. I'm not sure how he did it, to be honest. And 23 now, and I've got Kane Kenny and Grey Goose in front of me, and I've been catching these two for a while. Goose had been holding Kenny up brilliantly for a couple of laps, and Goose had just been, Kane Kenny's manoeuvre had left him a little bit wide, which meant I was able to overtake Goose as well, which was brilliant for me. Kept on pushing, trying to overtake Kenny here, and I trying to make a move up the inside. Very tight, a slight wheel touch, but we're still side by side. Kenny's not letting his position go. He's really digging his heels in here, and I've dropped back a bit. I don't want to cause an incident, and I try and switch back up here, but I just don't have the traction. However, I am now still right up behind him. I'm going to get DRS. I'm going to try and make a move stick. He's got the inside line covered, so I'm going to have to go around the outside, see if I can make the move stick around here, but Kenny's put his car in the right place. I'm really surprised that I was able to keep up with Kenny, actually, because he's one of the fastest drivers in the league, in our formula, and it showed in Singapore and definitely in Spain. But he's a couple of laps later, I've caught back up to him, and I'm gonna try for the inside overtake again. He's left the door wide open for me. I'm gonna go for it, and he's again trying to close the door a little bit late, a little bit of wheel touch, but he's not going to let me go without a fight. trying to defend here, which is a pretty easy job actually. He's not as close as I thought he would be. He's dropped back a little bit. I've got a little bit. My tyre life must be a little bit better than his, so I'll keep the momentum going. I'll have a quick look behind. He's not close enough to make a move stick, but then he makes a dive bomb effort, which I try and move out the way of, but it's such a late move, which he did apologise for. So fair play to Kenny. We'd had some good racing up to that point anyway. Then Linz on lap 28, I think, pitted for a set of softs, and I make a mistake and he gets the overtake done, and I was so frustrated with myself because I held him off for a good 2 laps before that without him overtaking, and now I've got a really uphill struggle. He's on the faster tyre and I'm on the slowest tyre. But I keep up with him. His tyres must be starting to eat away at him, and he's keeping it really tight up close to me, but I get the position back, and it's some really good racing so far. Really good wheel to wheel with Linz. It's good to have some racing like that, but he's not gonna let me get away with it. He's coming at me again on the start finish straight, is where we get most of our action from, and there he is just up the inside again, and he's made a brilliant move stick there, and I try and go for the switchback on that corner, which is a really weird place to do it, but I couldn't do it. He planted his car in the right place, and I'm doing my uttermost just to stay close to Linz. Jeff told me that he'd had penalties, and I was hoping it was more penalties than what I'd got, so if I thought I'll stay as close as I can to him, maybe he'll make a mistake, maybe I can get the move back over on him. His tyres must start hitting the cliff, especially at the end of this lap towards lap 33. He should get that problem with his tyres, or that's what I was hoping, and I'm stuck behind him trying my best. Bullet Wounds has overtaken Greeners for 6th place in the meantime, and Daz has run away with the race. He's absolutely trounced everyone with a brilliant drive from Daz to one stop, but it's still with me trying to catch and overtake Linz. You can see my tyre, my front left is incredibly more worn than the rest, but I've got the slipstream, I've got DRS, and I'm getting the move done up the inside, planting my car in the middle of the road, and he cannot get to me. And there we go, the move is done. Is he going to have a... No, Linz is too far off. He won't have a sniff here. And at the end of the lap, Linz had fallen off by about a second and a half. I'd still got those 2 penalties, and after qualifying in first in pole position, I'm really disappointed not to get any higher than 5th, as Linz only had 1 penalty. But I really did enjoy the race. If you have enjoyed, please like and leave a subscribe, and I'll catch you next time out. Enjoy.